Call me out my name, and I'm gonna love you anyway. Tell me I'm no good, and I'm not gonna walk away. Say what you want, do what you will. Nothing will ever change the way I feel, baby. You're the only thing that matters to me, baby.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm back again. Basically, I decided to have girl talk. I've never really done it before, and I just had some topics that were in my head, and I thought that they really just needed to be discussed. So, females, males that are listening, feel free to answer any of these questions, respond to the video below, and let me know how you feel. All right?
Tell me I'm not right, and I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong.
I kind of just want to know why, there are guys out there who have never really had to chase after a female. It's either because of their good looks, I don't know, their swag, we call it that nowadays, or whatever, but it's like sometimes guys take their looks and the attention they get from other females to the head. So what happens is, I don't know if it's like an instinct, but like when a guy looks really, really good, a girl feels like she has to give him everything so that he doesn't go anywhere else. And I think in the long run, it kind of ends up biting us in the ass. I don't want to curse or anything, but what I've learned from my experience is when a female chases a man, okay, your value to him kind of changes. Like, he doesn't really appreciate you as much because he feels that you're not going to go anywhere, or he got you, he has you, and you're going to stay with him. All these things kind of like make him feel like he is everything to you and you can't do better. Well, I've learned in a hard way, and I think that every female, no matter how good looking the guy is, no matter how much swag he has, no matter how many girls want him, you have to make sure this guy appreciates you, okay? And this starts off from the dating scene to the boyfriend-girlfriend status, up until however far you guys decide to take the relationship. Because what happens is, if you continue to sweat this dude, when I say sweat, I mean like you're like up under him all the time. If you make yourself always available for him, and you always let him know that he is good looking and he's the best and no one's better than him, he's gonna think that, and it's all gonna go to his head. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to end up having to work harder and harder and harder to keep him, because you filled his head with so much gas, and I mean, it might be real, but gas in his head, that he feels you're not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so the point of this video is just to let females know, like, look, no matter how cute a guy is, no matter how good looking he is, you have to keep your ground. You have to make sure that he appreciates you for who you are, and he's with you because he wants to be with you, not because he wants something from you or because he likes something about you. It's because he likes you for who you are and because he wants to be with you.
You're the only thing that matters to me, baby. Don't you know my love's here to stay?
Another issue I wanted to talk about was, I don't know, I just want to know everybody's opinion on this. If you have a boyfriend or someone that you're seeing and you're serious and committed to this person, and you don't see them on a regular basis, let's say you see them once a week, or I'm just saying, for instance, you guys don't live too close to each other, but you make sure you make an effort to see the person. As a female, going to your boyfriend's house, you kind of want to like do little things to make him feel, special, make him feel your presence, make him know the difference of when you're there and when you're not there, right? Okay, when you do these things, you either cook or you clean, or you just do special things for the person because you want them to know that, although I haven't seen you all this time, when I'm with you, I want you to feel good. I want you to feel special. Now, I'm all for that. But my only concern is just because, I do that for you all the time, it doesn't mean that that's how it's always going to be. Like, I treat you special because I feel like, you need to be treated special. Now, if there's an instance where I am a little tired or I don't have the energy to do certain things, I don't want that other person to now think that I'm falling off or anything like that. It's just, that day is just not a really good day to treat you special. So I want to know if there's any advice out there from other females, or if anyone's has gone through the same thing where, you treat them special, they get used to being special, being treated special, and you've kind of spoiled them in a sense, and now they expect that special treatment all the time. I'm not saying that, that significant other does not deserve special treatment all the time. However, it gets a little tiring sometimes, So how do you deal with that situation? How do you let your spouse or your significant other know that you you want to treat them special, but it's for special times, or, when you don't see each other that much, you want to do extra things. How do you treat that person special without having them to expect that special treatment every time?
After it all, here is the truth. Nobody else can make me feel the way you do, baby. 'Cause you're the only perfect thing that I need, baby.
And my last topic today that I wanted to discuss has to do with the double standard between females and males. I mean, let's just say, for instance, you're over your man's house, right? And you're all laid up in the bed, and his phone rings. And it's another female. Now, he's having the conversation, and he thinks it's cool because you're right there, and you can hear the conversation, and they're not really talking about much, but the time factor is a little off. And you hear some little snickering, some little laughing here and there, and you don't know who this female is. Do you, one, wait till he gets off the phone and ask, who is that? While he's on the phone, ask, who is that? Or three, automatically pick up your phone and start calling another person. Now, I am a very patient person. What I would do is obviously wait until, the person gets off the phone. Once they get off the phone, I'm going to politely ask, who is that? Now, if the person says some random thing like, oh, that's just a friend, right? What I would have done in that situation is ask him, it is kind of late, babe. Why is she calling you at this time? I don't even know who that is, especially if it's an unfamiliar name. Why is she calling you at this time? Now, of course, every man has a reason for why something is going on or why they're able to call or whatever. My problem with this is, yes, ladies, you can trust your man, but you gotta say something. Because if you don't feel comfortable and you just hide it and take his explanation and move on, he's gonna do it again. And it might be worse the second time. You know what I mean? So after that phone call comes off and he gives you his explanation for why she called, you have to let him know. Listen, I understand she's your friend, but you need to check her and tell her what time is appropriate and what time is inappropriate for her to be calling him. So the mistake that some females make, they'll be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna wait till next time if it happens again. No, you have to let him know right then and there that you don't like that. That yes, you trust him, and yes, you understand that she's a friend, but she needs to call within the prime time hours before 10 o'clock. Some females may say it's okay, or whatever your rules are, you have to let him know. Don't wait till the second time when it happens again, and now you're upset, and now you're blown off, and he's looking at you like this woman is crazy. It's all about when you guys are dating, you have to let the person know how you feel. You have to let them know what you want and what you're comfortable with. So in that instance, in that scenario, you know, you would tell him and say, you know what, babe, I definitely understand, but I just don't feel comfortable. Can you please make sure that your female friends do not call you after a certain time? Now, hopefully, you know, that whole conversation goes smoothly. However, what I don't like about situations like that is when you flip it and you tell them, you know, babe, if a guy called me at this time of the night, how would you feel? And then they're like, oh, well, that shouldn't happen at all because you're a female and no guy should be calling you after. What is that supposed to mean? You know what I mean? Whatever you don't like or don't expect from me, I should also not expect from you. But then again, you know, that's what causes that back and forth conversation, which turns into an argument, which, you know, basically changes the whole mood between you and that other person. So I just wanted to know, how do you deal with the double standard of what men are allowed to do and what females are allowed to do? You know, I honestly don't know how to handle it. That's why I just keep my line of communication open. I would let that other person know how I feel immediately. I don't really care about double standards. What I like is what I like, and what I don't want is what I don't want, you know? At the same time, I don't want to be one of those nagging people or nagging girlfriends who, you know, tells the man, oh no, you can't do this and you can't do that, and I don't want you doing this and I don't want to see you doing that, you know? It's all about communication, how you deliver your request, and, you know, how you and that person communicate with each other and how you understand each other. So yes, females, relationships are they're not easy, but yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to discuss today. If you guys have any questions or if you guys have any responses to this video, definitely put your responses at the bottom. I think my first question was, how do you spoil your man without having him? How do you make your man feel special without spoiling him? And then how do you deal with the double standard between females and males and what they can and cannot do? All right, ladies, so all the ladies that are listening, men, if you're listening, you can respond to with your answers or your advice or your views on this. Yeah, so this is basically, that's it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
'Cause after it all, here is the truth. Nobody else can make me feel the way you do, baby. 'Cause you're the only perfect thing that I need, baby.